In previous videos, we've discussed that Zion functions as a location to round up and control those who have awakened from the Matrix, a prison posing as a haven created by the machines. But who continues to rebuild Zion every time it is destroyed? And why doesn't its inhabitants question how the Sentinels never find them? That is until the end of the cycle. Today we're going to take another look at the origin of Zion and see whether or not it is a part of the Matrix. Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Before we begin today's video, we would like to announce the giveaway of the Matrix Comics 20th Anniversary Edition. Co-created by the Wachowskis, it's a collection of short stories within the Matrix universe. We will also be giving away an original Matrix poster signed by Matrix Explained and a limited edition Matrix 300-piece puzzle. For your chance to win these prizes, please be subscribed to this channel, leave a like on this video, and leave in the comments what character you would like to see return in Matrix 4 and why. The winner will be announced on May 4th. Little is known about the manifestation of the first anomaly. According to the architect, the anomaly first appeared after the inclusion of choice into the equation. Although 99% of humans connected to the Matrix accepted the program, the 1% did not, creating a systematic error, an error that accumulated and resulted in the creation of the first anomaly. Measures were put into place to keep the anomaly under control. Otherwise, it could destroy the Matrix and kill every human connected to it. It's uncertain who came up with the idea, but it was decided that the best course of action was to deposit the anomaly's code into a human. This way, the dangerous code can be manipulated using human emotions and lead it back to the Matrix to be assimilated and restart the simulation. Now here's the interesting part. The human carrying the anomaly's code would create the new Zion in conjunction with the machines, choosing 7 males and 16 females to repopulate the city. The new Zion would be the home to the 1% of humans who reject the Matrix. And at the end of the cycle, a new anomaly will emerge. The current Zion is destroyed, and the anomaly creates the new prison to manipulate the next anomaly. It is a vicious cycle of control. The path of the one is to restart the Matrix, to avoid its collapse, and to repeat the cycle. Now, the Zion that we see in the movies is incredibly advanced to be only 100 years old. They use geothermal machinery to power the city and keep Zion alive.
I like it down here. I like to be reminded this city survives because of these machines.
The level of technology and efficiency within Zion is almost impossible to achieve with only 23 people at the beginning of the cycle. Most likely it was the machines that decided where the new Zion will be, while the anomaly chooses who will be its first inhabitants. Maybe the anomaly lies to the people by telling them that he found this habitable location by chance. But life in this post-apocalyptic world will not be easy for the people of Zion. In many Matrix comic books, there are stories about the inhabitants of Zion going on expeditions to find resources and salvageable artifacts from the old world. The anomaly might give these humans a place to live, but it's up to them to develop it. This is the first step in making them believe that Zion is a place to protect them from the machines. Through suffering and necessity, the first inhabitants will face challenges that they didn't have in the Matrix. Despair is a weapon that the machines use very well. Zion is a delusion, but it works because those who awaken no longer have anything. Ironically, the Red Pills wake up from the Matrix because they question reality. They understand that the Matrix is fake, yet they don't question the veracity of Zion. Apart from using suffering and misery, the machines created a religion that is spread by the Oracle, using legends and myths to maintain hope, which is something we've already discussed in a previous video. Little by little, you begin to see the similarities between the Matrix and Zion. They are virtually identical. Let me explain. The Matrix simulation is a prison, but the complexity of the manipulation taking place in Zion might be worse than the Matrix itself. The theory of a simulation within a simulation is a favorite among fans of the Matrix. Many believe that Zion is another layer within the Matrix, but not necessarily. Zion does not need to be a simulation to be a facade. It does not need to be another layer of the Matrix to be a simulation. Perhaps this is how the Spoon Boys sent a spoon to Neo in Zion. Not because Zion is part of the Matrix, but because Zion is also a lie. The book Simulacra and Simulation, which is referenced in the first Matrix movie, explains that simulations are not just virtual platforms, but a society pretending to be something that it's not. For example, Zion pretends that it is the last city of humans, a place that has been the center of the resistance against the machines for 100 years. This is a simulation. The reality is that Zion was never free. It was created by the anomaly and the machines. They are alive because the Matrix cycle has not yet ended. Now you understand that the theory of the Matrix within another Matrix is unnecessary. Zion works as a more effective prison than the simulation. After all, it manages to deceive the 1% of skeptics that escape the Matrix. Zion is more effective than the Matrix because it is a lie in the real world. And in the real world, there are no glitches. As we've mentioned in other videos, Zion is a form of controlled dissidence, a place created by the enemy to fool their enemies and keep them under control. The machine's plan works because the people of Zion are desperate, and this is why the cycle must end. The humans can never feel safe or comfortable living in Zion because then they would begin to question why the evil machines have not yet found them and destroyed them. This brings us to the issues regarding the truce. The Zion facade ended the moment Neo learned about the previous 5 Zions that were destroyed. Zion number 6, however, did not escape the machine's control. Although they know the truth, the humans are now bound to the stipulations of the truce. They cannot attack the machines. The 6th Zion was spared, but the price they paid was their submission, which leads us to wonder, what exactly did Neo achieve at the end of Matrix Revolutions? He might have saved the Matrix and Zion, but he simply delayed the inevitable. This is the argument that justifies the need for Matrix 4. The story of Zion is incomplete. Matrix Revolutions did not give closure to the story. The truce was a deal with the oppressors. A means to survive under the conditions of the enemy is a capitulation of surrender. To break the machine's control, humanity must build a new city, far from the gaze of Deus Ex Machina. It has to be the true last city where humans can have real hope. But do you agree? Why don't the humans ever question the existence of Zion? For Matrix Explained, please leave a like and subscribe. And thank you for visiting the Desert of the Real.